Dang.
By the way, Torpo, I don't know if they've told you this yet, but I apparently have better reception through Roll20 than I do through
Discord.
Through Discord.
So if you want to listen to Bobbin on Discord or Roll20 and then mute him on Discord, that's what most of us do.
Okay, I was wondering what the fuck the echo was.
Well, yeah, there you go.
I'm just sad that we won't get to see the avatar of the Ass Man.
Truly a shame.
Okay, that's that for now. So, we all ready to begin now?
Yep.
As I'll ever be.
All right. So, where we last left off, there was 3 out of the 4 of you infiltrated Aurelia's family's mansion, confronted her brother, currently the ruler of Vienna, and caused him to run away. In a rather surprising sense, but not one that breaks the game mechanics.
Fucking sorcerers.
Cool, but not quite cool enough.
Nevertheless, there was no one to contest Aurelia when she declared herself the new Prince of Vienna. And 4 months have passed since that time, as characters settle in. So, just to start things off, how about we all say what we did during the break, in character?
Sure. Well, Aurelia's probably the easiest. She's been pretty busy, trying to get her country in order. Also learning Halfling in her spare time.
I guess I'll go next. Lake finished learning Elven, and then spent some time in the forest with the Dryad, progressing their training with Druidic.
And?
Oh, and I got the lucky feat? Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck, I don't remember. What else aside from that?
A little thing about your pet?
Oh, yes, that's right. Fuck, I completely forgot. So the entire reason I went to the Druid in the first place was to try and
Dryad.
get the Dryad in the first place was because none of the fucking clerics around here wanted to raise a goddamn mouse, even though he was a hero. He's a hero, damn it, integral to this. So I went to the Dryad, and the Dryad reincarnated Bastion. And now Bastion is a female dog, specifically a jackal. So guys, I have a pet dog now.
Nice.
Okay.
One that still kind of thinks it's a mouse.
Yeah, it's really funny because when she gets excited, she starts running and then she just trips over her extremely long legs.
To be fair, that's most dogs.
Grenache didn't have really anything important to do, so he kind of went off on his own exploration. And probably finished up on his herbalism learning as well.
Got back in touch with your monkish roots.
Yep, got back in touch with the monkish roots and found an interesting school, but unfortunately they're not too happy about teaching Grenache, but give it some time.
All right. So, about 3 months into this downtime break, Aurelia gets a familiar visitor. His name, you may recall, is Magus Lorum.
Oh yeah, okay.
He was with you on that trip to the Feywild,
Mm-hmm.
if that jogs your memory. But in this case, he's not here about that. And although one of the first things he does when he seeks an audience with Aurelia is apologize about how things ended back there.
Yeah, I don't really forgive you.
Well, it's just we were running around in circles, and there was people coming after us. Things needed to come to a head, and someone needed to do something to make that happen.
Yeah, I understand why you did it. I'm not okay. Look, I'm not going to hold a grudge. I'm just saying it's probably better if we don't talk about it.
Well, that's fine then, because I've come here because of a different thing. You see, a colleague of mine back in the Academy of Okar, they noticed something, a strange kind of energy. It seemed to be produced in the mountains in the north. Now, if we could all go to the map of Karasdak in the handout section.
Oh, yes. There we are.
Yes, you see that it's a spot between Narath and Pernalia, the vast mountain range that divides the two regions. It's east of the Gulf of Narath. There is some location there that seems to be producing a kind of energy that I don't believe anyone at the campus has seen it before. I certainly haven't. It's not divine or arcane. Now, this colleague of mine in question, the one who found this, she doesn't seem to believe it means anything, but I think there's a lot we could learn about that if we go up there. And so I've decided to mount an expedition, or I would if I had the money to do so. Sadly, my professor's pay is not nearly up to the task, and the
Are you an extremely powerful wizard? I mean,
oh, modestly powerful. You know, I've been around a few hundred years now.
Wow, the one wizard in the world who does not have his own head shoved up his ass.
But you know, it's if I tried to go there straight away, I might end up somewhere completely different. And that's if I can use that level of power. I'm not terribly sure that I could. As it is, I'd certainly rather not go alone. And so I was thinking that you might be interested in paying for a way up there. I mean, it would certainly be your expedition. I'm only requesting the ability to come along and to take notes of whatever we find there. And everything else would obviously be yours.
Just wants to have his cake and eat it too.
I mean, out of character, I'm fine with this. In character, Aurelia will need to be convinced.
Well, I've already taken care of, at least part of the hiring process. While I was still in Okar, I happened to find an expert in traversing the north. You can see her right with me. And this is where you, Torpo, will need to describe your character.
Well, in walks a goblin girl, long black hair, with a bit of a strut, a bit of a swagger, very full of herself. Very, very foolish. And just, I mean, yeah, I've been up there before and thought you promised you were gonna pay me for this.
I promised that we would be getting payment if, assuming, of course, that the expedition goes forward.
Look, it went south enough the first time.
But didn't you say that you had, there was a magic item that you got while you were up there?
I mean, yes.
Well, there you go. Vast untold riches up in the Northlands. Just waiting for someone to show up and claim them. And, of course, whatever mysterious thing is creating this energy, well, I'm not asking to claim it. I'm just, like I said, I want to take notes. Perhaps you'd like it.
Look, I'm just here for the money. You sound like you don't know what you're talking about, though.
I want to know what I'm talking about. That's the point of this expedition.
I mean, sure, if you're feeling foolish enough.
You know, I can't say I'm inspired with confidence by the fact that the person that you have already hired and brought along to sell us on this expedition does not appear to be sold on this expedition herself.
Well, all the biggest adventurers in Okar come with very big price tags.
No, she doesn't seem that big to me.
That's fucked up.
How dare you make a joke about her height just because she's a goblin?
I didn't make a joke about her height because she's a goblin. I made a joke about her height because she's short.
It's still
Wouldn't have done it if she were a tall goblin.
I mean, that sounds like a good way to get shanked in the kidney. That's all I'm saying.
She doesn't even need to reach down. She just reaches forward. There you go. Kidney height.
Yeah, okay. Try it, little kid.
You wanna fucking die?
I'm trying to get her to pay us.
What?
Look, I'm not gonna sit here and just get insulted like this, okay? You wanted an expert, I'll be your expert. You just give me the money, and I'll help you out. I got there once, I can get there again.
Okay, well... Wait, who's she asking for the money? And how much money?
Just, I was promised a large sum of money.
Well,
Okay, well, it sounds like it's between you and Lorm, then.
yeah, for the record, Lorem has already given you an advance of 50 gold. That was to get you to tag along for this long.
Okay, well...
So, pocket change.
Look, money's money, alright? I mean, at least this time there's the guarantee of money. Even if it's just the advance, I'll take what I can get, and...
Yeah. But, by the way, because you're the head of state...
Yes.
I'm basically considering all of your personal wealth to be enough at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm not exactly ready or willing to haggle over specific numbers when they don't really mean anything.
That's fair. Although Aurelia probably wouldn't want to take, I mean, as much as she would be sensitive to the fact that it might look bad if she were to, spend a lot of money outside of Viana right now.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But
I know, but she does have her personal stash, which is still pretty big.
well, ultimately, what he's asking for is to commission a single ship. And the number he quotes you would basically give it about a quarter of the normal crew. So you kind of get the sense that he doesn't know how much this is supposed to cost either.
Mm.
But with that on the table, you could probably basically underfund this expedition as much as you want, and he wouldn't realize it.
Wouldn't that kind of fuck up the expedition, though?
That's what we're there for.
If I'm going on the expedition, I don't want to fucking underfund it so we don't have enough people to like man the ship properly.
Okay, but also money.
Well, that's certainly an idea, isn't it? Get you and your friends to help crew the ship instead. That would bring down costs.
Oh, were you not originally asking for us to go on the expedition?
He did not assume that would happen. No.
Huh. Well, I mean, I could use a vacation.
You've been on the job for 4 months.
It's an intense 4 months.
I guess.
Okay, you've never had a job, so don't look at me that way.
I'm not even there. I'm not even fucking there.
Wait, you're not?
No, I'm
No,
just making jokes.
Yeah, the player's making color commentary, not the character.
I thought that those guys were
No.
there for this meeting.
No,
Okay.
I'm probably still with the tree learning Druidic.
Yeah, the characters would have no reason to be here during the initial meeting, but you would...
Okay, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
look, some elves.
okay, Lorem, look, we can discuss this. I'll look into costs and get back to you. How's that?
Well, we'll be in the city for a week or two, so you can get back to us whenever.
All right. Yeah, well, really is, I guess, first of all, going to bring it up with the other two.
I guess
All
I
right.
get some sort of message to come back to talk.
Yeah, like as
Yeah,
in the
probably
message
same.
spell.
Yeah. Message spell has that much range? Damn.
The message spell has unlimited range so long as you are on the same plane of existence.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh.
That's one way to make it work.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So, yeah,
I'll. My character will make their way back to the
Same.
mansion. Takes a couple days for me though, because I'm at the fucking tree.
I was talking with some elves, so I'm probably a bit closer.
You mean halflings? Oh wait, you came back. That's right.
Yeah,
You were actually in town when you get the message.
yeah.
Halflings, elves, same difference.
One's just shorter than the other. It's basically the same thing.
And a week
This
out
with
of
you
town.
people in height.
Well, you met one, then the other. That's why I got confused. Anyway, if you guys don't mind hurrying up the convincing part,
Yeah,
there's some other
I'm
stuff.
in. Blake's in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Grenache doesn't have anything to make him stick around, so he's up for it.
All right. And, well, there's something else I wanted to do just before we really get going, which is what I like to call team building downtime.
Okay.
Aurelia,
Mm-hmm.
running a city-state turns out to involve a lot more stress and a lot less personal time than you had originally expected. One day, the responsibilities get to be too much, so you sneak out of your palace, find a party member, and go do something fun for a while. What are you escaping? Who do you find? And what do you go do together?
Wait, why would I find one of my party members if I want to do something fun?
Listen, Lake is down to
Thank
fucking
you.
drink, okay? If you want to go fucking drinking,
yeah.
Lake is all is okay for that.
Okay.
Also,
Well,
you suddenly forgot about your bestie Grunash? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I feel like Aurelia interacts less with Grunash than Lake, so I'll go with Grunash.
Okay.
So, what does Grunash like to do in his spare time, though?
I mean, a lot of Grunash's spare time is training and praying, so...
Real
Cool,
fun.
the two most boring things in the world.
I mean, he's not impartial to drinking, but...
Okay, let's go drinking. I mean, Lake can come too if he wants. Or if they want. Yeah, okay, let's just drink. Let's go to a halfling bar. They won't rat me out.
Halflings ain't snitches.
Not after what we did for them.
And they aren't snitches.
That too.
They can simply flip bitches.
Yeah, Aurelia's gonna go to. I mean, see, the thing is, I'm pretty sure the halflings have much less respect for Aurelia's position than the rest of the inhabitants of the city, which for the most part is bad. But I think probably has an upside in that they're also less likely to, make a big deal of the fact that she's out drinking or whatever.
All right, and I did also want to ask: was there anything in particular that you are escaping when you sneak out?
Paperwork.
The most boring part of any job.
The most nimble of foes.
Yeah, I mean, Aurelia, she doesn't mind some of the stress of ruling, I think. But it's when things get into the extremely, mundane, just making sure all the forms are filled out and that kind of thing that she just, isn't into it.
I don't know, write 17 pages on a Word document, 4,000 words, fuck!
If it's actually something interesting, she's all for it, but... Yeah.
Sure, I'll sign this paper to behead somebody. Taxes, what?
All right. Grenache. In a moment of weakness, you get blind drunk at a tavern.
Probably the same night.
Yeah. This has caused you to seek out one of your party members and tell them something that you've been meaning to say for a while now. Who do you look for and what do you say?
Wow, no idea what I'd say, honestly.
Keep in mind that you are stinking drunk.
Yeah, again, still no idea what I'd say.
Grenache kind of wears everything out on his sleeves, which is impressive because his pog doesn't have any sleeves.
Indeed. Well, that's the whole point. I don't have any sleeves, so everything's out in the open. I mean, I'd probably try and find Lake, but what I'd say, I'd probably hash over the same things that I've said in the past, but just completely slur my words and just rat-assed out of it.
Occasionally pats his shoulder and is like, there, bud.
Torpo, I've created a pog for you.
Finally, I'm special.
So you should load it up with health information at least. All right. Lake. One night, the Mother Tree sends you a new vision. However, the vision seems to be less literal and more symbolic, and you have no idea what it's supposed to mean. The Dryad in the woods is no help, so you seek out one of your party members for advice. What did you see in your vision, and who do you seek out?
Oh boy, you're making me come up with a good vision. Okay, I guess I'll go to Aurelia because she would probably be trained more in this sort of like symbology thing. Like no offense to Grunash, but this sort of seems like the thing like higher education, like been to college.
None taken. I'm pissed.
Yeah. And I guess God, I cannot come up with anything because God, you coming up with the visions just fuck. I don't know. Imagine 4 balls at the edge of a cliff.
Just how would Lake handle an incredibly obtuse vision?
Yes. Yeah. Like, I'm not sure like what fucking vision I would even begin to think of. Like, I can't think of one off the top of my head. But like, I'll go up to Aurelia and tell her like what I saw and see what her take on it is.
Okay, what was the vision again?
I can't come up with one, so I'm just sort of like spitballing. Just
honestly, if you want to come up with something, that would also be okay. I think.
Yeah, at this point, if you want to come up with a vision, that's fine.
I was gonna say your joke one was pretty good.
Yeah, imagine 4 balls at the edge of a cliff.
Yes. Okay. What this vision is trying to tell you is that you should stop worshipping a fucking tree.
You know, I legitimately, 1, I don't worship the tree. 2, I legitimately came to you for help. So please, like, take this seriously
look,
a little bit.
Okay, you see, but this is Aurelia's honest advice, is don't worry about interpreting the vision, okay? Because the visions and your desire to understand them and interpret them is what gives the tree, which okay, I know you like the tree or something, but it's what gives it power over you, you know, and it's what leads you sometimes to
magic is what gives it power over me. But go on.
Well, no, that's not really what gives it power over you. I mean, in some sense, sure, but that's how it influences you, is with these dreams and everything. If you don't worry about the dreams, you don't worry about interpreting things, then you know you can just make your own decisions. You cannot let yourself be influenced by the tree. Understand? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
If you don't know the motives of the tree, how can you trust any of the visions it gives you anyway?
I kind of don't usually trust the tree, but I mean, I don't usually trust it much anybody, so.
Yeah, exactly. Except me, because I'm always right.
No, actually, okay. You can keep thinking that. That's fine.
Well, I mean, it really knows you don't actually trust her fully, but
yeah,
she thinks you should because she's always right. And I don't know if you've noticed, but she's a little bit prideful. So
yeah. I think I noticed it a couple of times, just once or twice. It's fine.
I mean, look, trees are real shifty motherfuckers, so...
It's true.
It's true!
Just saying, if I got caught in an alleyway with a tree, I would be worried.
Lily Longear. As you wait for the expedition to get ready, you suddenly remember that you've heard of Aurelia's name before, and the names of her companions. Yes, that's right. They somehow got the better of the Adventurers Guild last year. Who do you visit to get the full story?
Hmm.
Wait, was Lily an option for our things?
Yeah, but
I mean,
you've only just met her.
I see. The thing is, I was going to go to Lily, but then I don't know Lily if Lily would.
Well, I don't think yours makes any sense for going.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense. The only one that would make sense is have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel bad because I feel like mine might have worked as a sort of.
Where I could have taught you to cheat at dice, but okay.
Oh, Aurelia knows how to cheat at dice. She grew up in part with gnomes. illusionist gnomes.
Oh God, the worst kind.
Singing illusionist notes.
Oh no!
Yes.
Oh
Of
no!
course.
I'm sorry.
I mean, they were bards.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, now I'm just picturing magic gnomes putting on Xanadu just every night.
All right, but at present, though, you've got a
yeah.
question for them.
I mean, Lake seems like the easiest to talk to out of the group.
Awesome.
Also, quick interruption. I just want to clarify. Does the fact that you framed it as you've heard of Aurelia and also her companions before mean that Aurelia has been successful in projecting the image to the world that she is the leader of the group?
No,
And
it
everyone
means
else
that
know her
Lily
well.
met Aurelia first.
Ah, damn it.
All right, so you want to go? You want to talk to us? Well, I'll tell all of the parts that make us seem ultra cool, and then only tell the parts that make that and occasionally put in one of our blunders, but like mostly focus on the fact that we are extreme awesome badasses. And I'm pretty sure because of that you know that I'm full of shit. Because you're not
Lily
dumb.
just looks at you incredulously the entire time.
Technically, everything I say is true. It's just lies of omission.
Look, I just want to hear about you dicking over the adventurers.
Oh
Guild,
yeah,
alright?
I'll tell the story all night long. Hell yeah.
Well, go ahead and actually tell the
Oh,
story,
okay.
though.
So it turns out like the Adventurers Guild was like trying to fucking like murder people that they
right.
thought that were like, I don't know, too uppity or something. So we joined in, and after a couple of missions like working for them, which like was the fucking pits, we found out that like the leader of that particular guild was like under the control of this thing. It has like, okay, imagine a person, but instead of a normal head, it's a squid, and that's what this thing was. And it like talked without talking, and then we tried to kill it, but it got away. So we ended up killing all the guild leaders, like guards, and then getting him. Like we ended up like capturing him and making him like confess to his crimes and shit. I think that's how it went down. It's been.
But I still have that fucker with a lightning bolt.
Look, the most unbelievable part of that is him telling everything.
I mean, to be fair, it was like half a year ago or something, and I'm kind of drunk right now, so I don't really remember.
I mean, okay.
I think I'm all the drunk. Am I all the drunk?
You're all the drunk, Grunesh.
Hey!
Hey.
Look, I appreciate anyone who could just stick it to the guild. That's all I'm saying.
Man, fuck the guild.
Fuck the guild!
Fuck Okar in general.
I mean, yeah.
Fuck the guild!
Don't shit talk my home like that, dude.
It's my home too.
Just saying.
Yeah, it's all your
Place
home.
sucks,
Fucking
but it's home.
jerks.
Well, okay. Either way. Listen. I think
agree with the first one.
I think I think we're both allowed to say that Okar sucks, but that's because we're from
It fucking
Okar.
blows.
Yeah, and
I'm allowed to say Okar sucks because it's fucking true.
You're not wrong.
You're
but
not
you don't
wrong.
have the right.
yeah, exactly.
Incidentally, Lily, you're all at a halfling bar, so Lily's the only one sitting comfortably. The rest of you have your knees up around your chests.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah. As Grunesh is just yelling and hollering and whatever, he's accidentally banging his hand on everything.
Listen,
And he's completely unaware of it.
listen. Let's just put it this way: Lake is perfectly fine sitting crisscross applesauce.
All right, well, after that, the expedition gets underway, so let me take a break to feed the cats.
Look, it's not my fault. Y'all can't really appreciate proper halfling craftsmanship.
Because we're too tall.
Not my fault. You're tall.
No, it's genetics. How tall am I? I have it written down on my character sheet. 5'10"? That's taller than I am in real life. What the hell?
I mean, it's jump change, fucker. Fucking pathetic, you tiny man.
Yeah, 6'5", get on my level.
I'm
Same actually.
I'm
So
five.
fucker I am.
I'm 5'8", so
I mean, that's fine. That's actually pretty much ideal height. Come
Yeah.
to find out, about average is good.
Yeah.
No, Aurelia is also 5'8", apparently.
My
okay.
Lily is actually 3'11", which is an unfortunate number to pick, but you know.
I don't get it.
Have you never heard of the band 311?
No.
No.
You know what? That's for the best.
Good.
You probably have heard them, but don't remember the name. Is the problem.
I mean, I could say the same thing to a lot of...
Next level, I think.
Okay.
They're the ones who did that Come Original song.
Oh yeah, it's next level.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about the proficiency
Oh.
bonus thing. I don't. Oh god, I'm trying to. I will continue to remember. I will continue to forget that they ever existed.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, no, it's for the best, really.
I mean, I still have no idea what you're on about, so... I continue
No,
to
it's
rank
for
you.
the best.
Yeah.
Some 90s bands are best left forgotten.
What, I mean, like Spice Girls?
Okay, first off, fuck you. I listened to so much Spice Girls as a kid, alright?
Well, that's an interesting sentence to come in on.
I even saw that awful movie.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's so bad. It's great because me and some friends rewatched it a few months back, and it's still fucking awful. Actually, it's
Wait,
even
which
worse
movie?
now because it has aged horribly.
The Spice
Spice
Girls
World.
movie.
Oh god, I remember watching that movie because when I was a kid, my sister fucking loved the Spice Girls and insisted that we watch that movie.
See, as a kid, I loved the Spice Girls, and so did my siblings.
And yeah, that movie was excruciatingly bad.
Oh, it's
Like,
terrible.
All right. So the ship you managed to find that will take you north is called... What was it called again? Oh, yeah. The Drunken Error.
Oh no.
Did I build this ship?
It's interesting. I didn't. It's kind of weird to name the ship after a lake, but
Okay, first of all, that is incredibly rude.
Yeah.
And suggesting a lot of things about my mother that you do not know.
I didn't say she was the drunk one.
Okay, fair. I will give you
This
that,
is-
that asshole that claims to be my dad.
All right. Yes, the captain his name is Landrin Aldul. And when you inevitably ask about the name, he explains that, well, you see, I bought this ship with my life savings during a drunken bender, despite never having set foot on a ship before.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know, whatever. It seems to have worked out, I guess.
Oh, it's worked out very well, in fact. I love the last 10 years I've put out to sea. It keeps me away from my wife, whom I also married during a drunken bender.
Was it the same drunken bender?
No, married her like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I
How
think
pissed
you might-
was she
you might
about
have a
the
problem.
So you
boat?
didn't really learn your lesson.
No.
How pissed was she about the boat, man? Oh my god.
I've been making money.
Like at the time.
I'm making money now, aren't I?
Look, I'm sure she's happy with it because he's away from home
And also making money.
and also making money.
Guess there's the reason for everything.
I mean, if you want to call it that, sure. I mean, yeah, getting pissed is a reason.
All right. So you put out to sea. You and your new buddy Lily, and of course, good old Magus Lorum.
Megan Storm is our like unofficial like fifth party member at this point.
I appreciate that you didn't even try to call him buddy. To be fair, I wouldn't after that little debacle earlier.
He's cool. He's fine.
I don't know about your earlier debacle, but the one before that, yeah.
Lake is pretty much the only one who likes Megas Lorum, aren't they?
Probably.
I'd believe it. Oh my god, Daisy, shut the fuck up. My cat is growling at the other cat because she's a fucking pissant.
All right. Well, when you go out to sea, the first real encounter you have is with a ship that, while near the horizon, the lookout claims is flying a Gnomish flag, but when you get closer, seems to be flying an Okaran flag.
Seems very trustworthy.
Yeah.
How different are the two?
Different enough that you don't imagine that the lookout made a mistake.
Okay. I'm going to take a look. Does anyone have a looking glass of some sort?
Well, there's one up in the crow's nest.
I got the agility. I'll climb up there.
All right. So how about you roll perception then?
Okay.
Pretty good. So what you see on the other ship is, well, to put it plainly, a group of people who look like they've been on the sea for a long time. Dark, cracked skin, a lot of weather-beaten clothing, and what look like barrels filled with weapons.
Okay, do I notice anything unusual about the flag?
The flag seems fine, but, well, it's not that hard to get one.
It's like people just sell the stuff.
Yeah, but one thing you do note, though, is that the other ship seems to be fairly comparable in size to your own, small and built for speed. And the people on it do not seem to be going for those barrels full of weapons.
I hand the spyglass over and go, okay, keep an eye on it, but let us know if anything looks awry.
Eventually, your ships get close enough that you're able to hail each other.
I mean, I'd only
And if there's no player
advise sailing
input,
back.
then you hear from the other ship that they're headed further south for colder waters, but warmer targets. That's how they put it. And you hear some chuckling from the other deck.
Oh, they're fucking pirates, I think.
Who could have seen this coming?
Wow, dang, pirates on the sea? What?
Fortunately, your ship is kind of small and poor looking. So apparently you weren't deemed a juicy enough target.
Do we want to fuck these guys up? Because I feel like I feel like we should fuck these guys up.
Is it even worth the fight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we should risk the lives of the people that,
Yeah.
you know, we're employing or risk our ship or anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I could
Look,
always
it's bad
just...
enough we've got guaranteed bullshit we're gonna have to deal with. Last thing we need to is just tack on more.
I could always just fly and zap them from 300 feet away. They can't do shit against that, I don't think.
Or you could just let them deal with Stamos.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
all for that.
they could attack our ship.
There are also those ballistas on board.
Oh, yeah, okay. No,
Yeah.
never mind. Never mind. Fuck it. Let's just let them go. There's not gonna be it's like... Oh.
This is when Bobbin reveals there's actually an amazing treasure on that
Oh
ship.
no! Dang!
God,
I
that'd be
can't
some shit.
believe we missed out on the legendary relic on that ship.
If they'd had a legendary relic on ship, why would they still be raiding ships?
Maybe because they're idiots.
Okay, but they would at least be raiding ships in a bigger, fancier ship.
This is true.
All right. Well, that's how that went.
Brave heroes.
The next encounter you have, however, is with less discerning raiders.
God damn it.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So please place your characters in a position that they would probably be in during an ordinary day.
Okay.
I remember last time at sea, it was dealing with a shitload of fishbacks. I am not going to be below deck.
And I'd be below deck. The hell with this.
God, remember when we killed those fish people? That was great.
All right, those of you on deck, or Aurelia, you're still hovering over the ocean.
Yeah, I'm going for a swim. Okay. I mean, Aurelia would probably be below decks, to be honest.
Yeah, I've heard the water's lovely this time of year.
Well, those of you on deck, please make perception checks.
Okay.
Wait, this bedroom seems nicer. I claim it.
Oh my fucking god. Wouldn't
Well,
that be the captain's
Failed it
quarters?
this time.
Yeah, that is the captain's quarters, actually.
Yeah.
Well-
I'm more important than the captain, so.
I'm not wasting a lucky roll on perception. That doesn't seem like a wise investment on my lucky rolls.
Well then, this is going to be a bit of a surprise.
Oh god, oh yeah, I gotta roll perception.
No, you're not on deck.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Wait, why did you roll? Oh, that first perception was from. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It was from the other pirates.
Yeah.
The lovely people.
Like it's
They're
like looking
friends.
at the clouds and being like, "That's a dragon. That's a wyvern. That's a mimic."
And Green Ash is at this point
they all
easily
just be
distracted,
mimicked?
so he's like, huh.
Do you like the idea of just looking up the clouds and like, yeah, that's a mimic. That's a mimic too.
They're all mimics.
That one looks like a dolphin, but it's secretly a mimic.
Not wrong.
That was a gelatinous cube.
Let's start making rolls.
No.
Oh, what fresh hell is this?
I don't know.
Relia's below deck, still reacts
Oh,
faster
hey!
than everybody else.
Okay.
Have you guys played Return of the Obra Dinn?
It's
No,
so good.
but I've heard nothing but good
It
things.
was one of my favorite games of last year, personally.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, I mean, I had some issues with, and I mean, the ending was
The
fine.
end game
but
is
it wasn't.
the weakest.
I was kind of expecting a little more, which was unfortunate. But
I mean,
something about this image just reminded me of that.
yeah, I wonder why. I thought the same thing. I don't, my problem with that game is the late game is a drag.
You mean the late game, as in after you've seen all the scenes and you're just trying to figure it out, or?
Yeah, where you've also pretty much pieced together everything you can and then are just mashing names together like an idiot.
I didn't really have that problem. I only had that problem for a couple people because I just missed the things that.
I mean, I figured out a good chunk of them, but it's just like once you've seen all the scenes, there's this slump of like you just piecing everything together, but nothing really new happening. And then there's a bunch of characters who you kind of just have to really guess or outright brute force.
Yeah, I like I said, I didn't find there were too many characters I had to brute force or anything. There are a couple at the end that I couldn't figure out, but
yeah,
Suddenly, a pair of harpoons shoot out from the ocean on either side and stab into two of the crew members.
this is very, very Return of the Obra Dinn.
One of them pierces through a sailor's chest, and before he has time to even look down at himself and die, he is pulled overboard and disappears. The other one is impaled through the arm and into part of the chest, leaving him not quite dead. And he must roll a strength
Just give
check.
him the shells, guys.
Let me just check here. Right. Oh dear. Oh dear. Poor asshole. Oh, lucky him. He is dragged to the edge, but manages to catch himself on the railing before he is dragged overboard.
Define lucky,
He's not dead.
Not yet dead.
but he's pretty thoroughly fucked.
Oh yeah. His arm will never be the same.
I mean, we live in a world with healing magic, so yes, it absolutely could potentially be the same.
Details.
So if you haven't yet, roll initiative, and if you have, update your character icon on the turn order tab.
Oh, whoops.
Oops,
Pretty sure
I
I
should
rolled
probably do that, shouldn't I? Good, I love just all this decks, and here I am with a fucking 10 roll.
Meanwhile, I rolled a
I've rolled-
15.
Eat my entire ass.
No, but I still only get a 15.
All right, and what was yours?
Turns out Lake is not the most nimble,
Right,
but they are
that-
buff as hell right now. So
Okay, looks like that's everyone. So, descending order. Wow. Okay then. Aurelia,
Yeah.
you hear crashing and screaming coming from above deck.
I fucking bolt up there. Let's go.
All right, so that's 1, 2. I'd say 3 to get to the stairs, and another 2 to get to the next deck up.
as
Okay.
she runs up the deck, I just say, "There's harpoons coming from the water."
All right, so yeah, you get to the deck with 5 feet of movement to spare. You can see a harpoon and a cable leading into the water, and seeming to hold on to it is this sort of monstrous fish thing that is somehow not the same kind of monstrous fish things you've seen before.
God damn, how many monstrous fish things are there?
That's a lot. Okay, sorry, question. Is this the cable that's attached to the guy's arm with the harpoon?
Yeah, the cable is attached to the harpoon, is attached to the guy, and is
Right.
streaking out towards the water where there is this fish monster holding the other end.
Cut
Can
the
I
rope.
try to cut the cable?
Yeah.
Because wait, can I actually see the fish monster?
Yeah, if you wanted to target it with a spell, yes. Like, it's got cover because of the water, but you can absolutely target it.
Okay. Well, I mean, cover doesn't help with my shit, so. Okay. Here's an idea. I'm going to cast Fear on the one holding the one that's attached to the guy who's still alive, basically. You know what I mean?
Wait, before you do,
One
Yeah.
you can see.
would that cause him to drop his weapon? Because if he just bolts,
Yes.
he'll just bolt. Okay, I just wanted to make
Yes,
sure of that. Before.
well, that's why I picked Fear, because Fear explicitly causes affected people to drop what they're holding
Okay,
and become frightened.
And what does that test? Wisdom?
Wisdom, yes. Dang it.
Well, sometimes that happens.
Suppose these guys have a -3 to wisdom, do they?
Nope.
Okay, I don't think that does anything on... yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Dang it.
Well, it is the crew's turn now. And so the one that got hit is able to cut the rope connecting him to the fish himself. And then he staggers back and into the door.
smart move, bud.
And let's see here. Okay, that's the armor class. And that's what they've got. All right. So the regular crewmen who are on deck immediately fire their crossbows at the well, at either target. There's also the one up here on the crow's nest. +3 to hit. Left, right. Oh, they both hit.
Oh, nice.
Too bad their attacks are entirely plinking. Other crewmen you can hear from below deck are scrambling to get up top. Or to get their weapons and get up top. Oh, that's right. I forgot to roll. Forgot to roll for Lorem's initiative.
Oh, no, not Lorem. We can't forget. Or, actually, no, he's pretty good. And he still doesn't get to go before I do, so I can't complain too much.
All right. Now the fish monster's turn. So they move around a bit. And they strike new targets. This dude here. And then also this dude here on the upper deck. Sorry if I'm pausing too much between Mullins. I have to keep flipping between all the different entries.
Yes, no,
Yeah,
I understand.
that's fine. This is a surprisingly crap load to manage as a DM, so
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Right. Another crew member gets hit right through the chest and falls overboard. And the shipmates and the ship's mate on the upper deck gets hit. But manages to cut the line before getting dragged any closer to the edge of the ship.
Good. Good job.
Grenache.
Goddamn cheap fishback son of bitches!
Fucking cheaps!
All right.
Yeah, Grenache runs up to the deck where you could probably see this guy from here.
Yep.
Okay, good, because he's getting barraged with a bunch of sunbolts.
Hit.
Yep, that's one.
Hit.
And as a bonus action, I can launch another 2. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
That does use up your a key point to do so. However.
Yep.
But essentially, it's a sun soul thing that basically you're able to use these radiant sun bolts instead of regular punches.
Basically, think of them as key blasts. That's how I do. Okay, so how many of those hit?
All but one.
All but one. Okay, awesome. So that's 3d6 plus 12? If I got my math right?
Yeah, because it moves up with your monk damage die.
Well,
Okay, didn't want 2 ones, but 18 is still really good.
Yes, it is. I think these guys are not like the most tremendous of combatants here.
well. The one that's closest to me especially won't be when he figures out what the fuck I'm doing to him. Let's just say I've got a new spell and it's burning a hole in my pocket.
That sounds unfortunate. You should maybe get that
Oh,
taken
jeez.
care of.
Oh, God, yeah.
All right. So the captain comes to the edge of the aft deck and starts hurling daggers into the water.
Okay, on the one hand, really dude. On the second hand, badass. So.
I just like the idea of the captain just really fucking pissed, so he's throwing knives into the ocean. Just fuck you, ocean.
This is for the time I married my wife, and this is for the time I bought a boat!
A ship, please. He bought a ship.
One time he throws a spoke in there just for the shit of it.
Sadly, however, he misses with both of them splash into the water slightly off from where the creature is.
Just like his son, disappointing in every way.
By the way, if one of you wants to be to roll history or nature, so I don't have to refer to them as vague things anymore.
Okay, give me a second. I will roll whichever one is better. I think they're both pretty bad, though.
These weird, vaguely fish things.
Yeah, they're both equally bad, so I'm just gonna roll nature because that's the one I'm closest to.
Oh. Well.
Hey.
One nature, one history.
All right. Well, Grenache, you've heard of these creatures before, thanks to your studies with the Blue Elves. They are some sort of corrupted fishmen. They used to be merfolk, but something happened deep in their past, and they turned into corrupted monsters that live on eating the flesh of other intelligent creatures. And Lake hasn't had any specific studies in this sort of thing, but you can sort of infer that these are or were merfolk from the one time when you encountered them in person.
Mm-hmm.
And just figuring that they must have been somehow corrupted. And now, however, you realize they are called Marrow.
Ah, okay.
Alrighty.
And aside from being able to breathe on both land and sea, they aren't really known for having any sort of special abilities.
Wait, hang on. I just figured out how Aurelia was able to react so quickly. She could feel their presence in her bones.
Uh-huh.
Boo! Boo! Get off the stage!
Just push
Really?
Aurelia off the fucking boat.
I mean, I'm in position to.
Okay, so would I be able, with my basic move speed, be able to get up here? From where I am.
All right. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 to get here, 4, 5 to get up top, and then one more to get to the edge of the ship.
Oh, that's exactly enough then. Then I'm gonna burn a bonus action to hide. Which...
All right. You're just going to basically get up top while keeping your head down and just sort of sneak over to the edge of the railing.
Okay.
So roll it, though.
Which is roll stealth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better.
I mean,
You're confident that you were able to get up there without being spotted.
Okay, so...
No, your party member spotted.
you're gonna make an attack and Lake's gonna go, what the fuck did you get here?
I mean, that's the plan, actually, because I'm kind of pissed at this point. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use, I think it's my light crossbow. If I can figure out where the hell I put it. Okay. To shoot this boy right here. God.
Roll with advantage. You are stealth.
Oh, yep.
So just roll again.
Yet once more with feeling. There you are.
That'll do.
Yeah, you peek up and you
okay.
shoot your crossbow and like, so what the fuck did you get here?
So that would be, let's see. 1d8 plus 5. And I also get my backstab bonus.
3d6
Five.
at this point, isn't it? Or is it
4d6, actually.
Level 8.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's half your level. So.
Ah. So tasty.
Yeah, rogues are nice. I really like playing rogues.
Yeah, well, just like
So
you
you get-
say, Lily quietly pads up the stairs, but past 3 people without being noticed by any of them, gets to the railing, takes a moment to get a good shot, swoop, through the air, thunk, you know you hit something.
Wait, hang on. I want to roll and see if I noticed her.
Is it possible for you
You've
to beat
gotta
a
beat a
28?
28.
I could crit.
It's,
That
Best of
does
luck.
not do anything.
Okay, I didn't notice.
yeah, we were both like, what
Now,
the fuck
besides
did
that,
you
you're-
get? Holy shit.
Yeah, it would have been your passive perception anyway, but moving on.
Okay,
Piss, I
Lake
hate
doesn't
post-it
want this thing making another fucking attack, so they get up to the edge. I'm assuming this is within 30 feet of the thing, so it just needs to make a fucking Constitution save right now.
Okay.
And meanwhile, I will,
Oh, right. Rolling in. Forgot to do that before.
Beautiful.
So if it makes
And-
a DC 15, or not 15, it's actually going to be, or is it 15? It might be higher than that. DC 16 Constitution saving throw. If it makes it, it takes half that damage. If it doesn't, it just takes all of it.
And what happens when you do this?
So basically, I look at it and then I raise my staff and like this awful purple necromantic energy comes off of it, and the water in this thing, like its bodily fluids, just start draining out of it because I'm using a spell called Blight.
Ah, my boy Blight.
Okay, and that is a single target spell.
That is a
I'm
single.
sorry, did you
Yep.
just say making the merman shit his pants?
No, it's draining all of the bodily fluids out of him. Like all of his
So all the-
all of his
There are a lot
water,
of bodily
It's the
fluids.
all of his water, all of his blood, all of his
Okay.
brain juices,
That's weird.
and just drying this man up from the inside.
It's super grody.
So
So
the
now it's a
water
mummified corpse.
turns a strange reddish color around where the marrow is. You hear this sudden gargling, screaming noise that cuts off halfway through.
And like
And-
yells over to the edge, "Don't fuck with me!"
That was it. And all right,
Yeah,
looks like
I really hope I get to use this on a plant one day.
looks like Laura stacks up by the staircase, but is not able to get on deck yet.
Because if I use this against a magical plant or plant creature, they make the saving throw with disadvantage, and the spell deals maximum damage.
All right, time for the specialists to go, or the ship's mates, I should say. The ship's mates actually have longbows equipped. And they get to roll with a +4. So on the foredeck, the one who just got hit rolls, and yeah, his arm is way messed up from the attack, so he's unable to hit anything. This one goes over to this deck and prepares in case anything more should show up from the depths. The readied action.
Makes sense.
Wait, is this guy still alive?
No, this guy up here is though.
Okay. Well, Rayleigh's gonna go over there. And
You can basically treat stairs as difficult terrain, so basically count both of their squares as one each.
okay, I'm pretty sure she can
Let's 1, 2,
get up
3,
there. Okay.
4, 5. You can get here in
Okay.
one turn of movement. And considering you're on the correct side of the deck, the marrow is effectively here, so you've got a good line of sight.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, she probably wouldn't even need to go up there. She could just lean over from the side because all she's doing is casting a spell. Anyway, kind of tempted to just try casting Fireball, or do you think these guys are like resistant to fire or something?
They're submerged.
Oh, okay. Well, that probably makes them somewhat resistant to fire.
Yeah. Do you have lightning bolt?
Spoil the
No.
fish.
I don't really have offensive spells. The only reason I have Fireball is because I took it with my special bard shit.
Oh, okay.
Um,
I mean, I figured if you were getting fireball, maybe you could have also gotten lightning bolt. But I mean,
I could just do it level 4 Dissonant Whispers. That would actually do an okay amount of
would
damage.
probably kill it. Yeah.
And I'm not really worried about conserving spell slots right now. So yeah, I'll do level 4 Dissonant Whispers.
Yeah. Why do you think I used
That's a
blight
wisdom
against
saving
something that was
throw.
mostly dead already?
All right, and that's wisdom again, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Please don't roll an 18 again.
roll damage.
Nice.
Hi, little kitty cat.
Mhm.
19 damage, psychic damage, and it runs away.
The marrow sinks below the water and does not seem to appear again.
Rip.
It runs away into the afterlife.
So how many people did we lose there?
2.
2 crew members.
Well, it's unfortunate.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
The remaining crew pile onto the top deck and ready themselves in case there are more. Grenache?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm effectively staying on alert and
Oh wait,
keeping
no,
an eye out.
actually, sorry, I killed the marrow that had the
The initiative tracker.
right.
Okay, so
So,
I've
The
taken my.
the marrow got a 20 on their initiative,
I believe
so it's actually
yeah.
their turn now.
Yeah.
Let me just clone one of these guys so we can use that for the tracker.
Okay.
Also, that one guy has a readied action in case another one appeared.
There are 3 readied actions, in fact.
Ah, cool.
Need a burrito.
Okay, first the crewman.
I mean, I'm willing to burn another blade on these fuckers. Like, I can do it again. I can do it again. Whatever.
Okay, the one on the left actually hit something. Technically. It's something.
You technically hit something, which is the best kind of hitting something.
Tagged it.
And
He tried.
Listen, he drew blood, so that means the sharks are going to come and start eating this thing.
And the mate hits with the second attack for... Ooh, max damage.
Hey, they
Nice.
evened out.
Other arrows get to complete their turn. And they get much better to hits. Not when one of them rolls a 10. You lost another crewman.
Oh no.
No, no.
I mean, we can't lose too many of those. They make the ship go.
Now it's Grenash's turn.
God damn it, there's more of them! Again, another key point, just four blasts going off at this asshole that just popped up.
Sure, sure.
One. Ooh, shit.
Nope. Yep.
3. Wow.
No.
Okay. A little bit less, but
But still making some serious impacts on these guys. All right. The captain is going to try what he tried last time. Hopefully it'll work now.
suddenly a kitchen knife is thrown in there.
So with the way they're set up, does this mean that? No. Okay, so the way they're set up is from this particular deck. Because I was like, wait, is the way that they're set up that means that they're both on the same side? But no, you're just going from the main deck, right?
Yeah.
It looks like one of them actually hit the thing. Not very hard, or in a very... Looked like it kind of slashed one of those fins it's got up top.
Hey, Lily, I've got this one here if you want to go try and sneak attack this one and finish it off.
Just give you a thumbs up.
All right.
I guess. Actually, I need to reload my crossbow is the issue right now.
Oh, right.
Well, no.
Crossbow.
Reloading doesn't take an action. It just prevents you from making more than one attack with it per action.
Oh, okay then. Well, that's simple enough. I guess I'll attack it.
Yep. Well, you won't get your sneak attack bonus, though, unless you stealth first.
Is Colin's character not within range?
I'm not in
no.
range of this one, but I
Okay,
am in range
then
of this
I'll
one.
burn. Yeah, I'll use hide again
Yeah.
then.
They're a little bit further off from the the side of the deck.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'll use hide then.
I mean, you disappear.
Show off.
I didn't know you had invisibility, but there we are.
Yep. Thumbs up and gone.
Just fucking vanish.
You just blend into the shadows, and I'm like, where the fuck did she go? Oh my god, I was looking right at her.
Was even looking at,
I was looking right at her. What the
Give him a
fuck?
thumbs up.
All right, you're there. That's a hit.
Okay then. Trying to remember the numbers I have to do. 1d8 plus 5 plus 46, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, if you click on the die on the left, you should see like last 10 rolls. Scroll down there. You should find the one you just did.
Not as impressive as last time.
No, but you're still probably gonna like murder it. So
Impressive enough, as
Yeah.
it turns out. Headshot. Plain and simple.
roll that fucking con save. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's supposed to be 8s. Excuse me. Hold on. Let me fix that. I was like, how did I get more maximums but less Okay, can I just go with the first one instead? Actually.
All right. This one, the seas turn slightly different color, but it manages to finish screaming, and now it looks angry.
I don't got it. I don't got it. It made its con save, so fuck it.
Lorm gets up to deck.
Oh,
Takes
there's
a
a
moment
fish
to
creature over here. Oh god, it's gonna kill.
his
It's gonna fucking
bearings.
harpoon me.
Comes up this way. And casts.
Lightning bolt.
Let's see. A little red ball streaks from his finger and hovers over the marrow. Nothing else seems to happen.
Out of character, I know exactly what this is. In character, I wonder if Lake knows what this is. Give me a minute.
Arcana.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to roll. No, I've never seen this fucking spell before. But out of character, oh man, this is gonna be great.
Holy shit.
And once again, I'm not willing to roll lucky on a fucking Arcana.
Wait, what happened?
I rolled a 1 on my Arcana check to see if I knew what spell, to see if I knew that if Lorm's casting Delayed Fireball.
Oh.
Because they have to surface to attack, so...
All right.
What the fuck are spells?
Yeah, well, Lake has had no formal training anyhow.
Yeah, no, all my magic comes from a fucking tree.
God, that sounds terrible.
It really is.
Okay, one of them is actually pretty successful. The other one is utter failure.
I'm gonna guess the one that's injured is the failure right now.
Actually, yeah. That marrow really messed up his arm. But the one next to Lake fires twice and fires true.
Nice. Good job, guy.
Okay.
You'll have a line of sight from there, yeah? You see an odd orange bead hovering over this thing's head.
Yeah.
You can roll Arcana to figure out what it is without using an action.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. You know what that is.
What is it?
Delayed Blast Fireball.
Okay. Well, I don't know then.
Yeah, you can pretty much surprise he's got this.
Yeah. Like, you can ready an
Yeah,
action to,
I was
like,
gonna
fire
say
a
just mockery,
crossbow,
but-
so... Oh, okay.
Oh, just to rub it in. Okay. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Okay. And what happens? It
Did
failed.
it fail? So it just takes 2d4 damage.
Oh, you.
It's just vicious mockery. So it takes 6 psychic damage, has disadvantage on its next attack roll, and it sort of hears Aurelia say, "What's blue and wet and burnt to a crisp." I just guess something. It won't be wet once it's burnt to a crisp. What's blue and scaly and burnt to a crisp?
There we go.
All right. Well, it screams something at you and its fishy tongue. Because it's its turn now. And, however, it and its 2 new buddies here are going to attack Lake.
No, stop.
This-
Well, wait, hold on. I have a thing that can prevent this. So go ahead.
Oh, there's more of them? God.
Yeah, there's more of them.
Come to find out, there's always more fish in the sea.
There's always a bigger fish.
All right. The one that was already surfaced attacks first.
Doesn't that trigger the fireball? Okay, fucking re-roll that, please. I'm burning a luck.
Okay.
It misses.
Actually, you don't have to. That was disadvantage.
Oh, okay, never
And
mind.
so its true roll was 9.
Okay. Yeah, it misses.
Oh no, I take back my luck. I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I'm keeping my luck. It's mine. You can't have it.
However, the topmost buddy now is going to attack. And it rolls a 1. So its harpoon smashes solidly into the railing right at your stomach level.
I flip it off.
But then the one near the bottom here rolls that 13.
13? What 13? Oh, okay.
For a total of 19 to hit.
I can take one. I'll take one of their attacks. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm a big buff boy now. I can roll the strength. I can roll the strength save to avoid.
Yep. Well, take 14 damage first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yes, roll an opposed strength check.
Okay. Proficient. No, I am not. Oh wait, no. Oh, well, if I could just.
Man, they've been having 0 luck with this. Dragging people overboard.
To be fair, I'm a big buff boy now. I'm a big buff yeah, big buff boys rolls off the tongue more easily.
Buff big boy.
Big buff boy.
Buff big boy.
Buff big boy.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you get hit by the harpoon. It tries dragging you overboard, but you
I just flex it out of my chest.
you anchor yourself on the other harpoon that had hit the railing and manage to allow it to yank itself out of your arm.
And this is the moment where, because this is like the first real time that I've actually been using strength with the belt, I'm like, oh my god, is this what being strong feels like? Hell yeah!
And the one on the right side of the ship, starboard, is going to attack Lily because she is closest. I'm assuming that hits.
That definitely hits, and I'm going to use Uncanny Evasion as a reaction.
Uncanny Dodge. Evasion
Uncanny
is the
Dodge.
other thing.
Uncanny Dodge. Sorry, all of the names sound alike.
All right, in that case, you take 7 damage, but you still have to make the opposed strength check.
Okay.
Sorry, my luck only allows me to re-roll attacks done against me, so...
And that'd be 1d20 plus my strength modifier?
Yes.
Or-
Yes, it is a pure strength check, no skills involved.
Oh no.
By the way, you should remember to subtract it from your Pogs numbers there.
Yep.
I just did that for
This
you.
is so weird. I can see Lily's health bar, but I can't see any of my other teammates.
Oh yeah, that's because you're all set to invisible mode.
Oh.
So you're all visible, but only to me. And plunk.
Yeah, just fuck me up, fam.
Oh no, my
Okay.
new friend.
Yes, this might be something you should deal with. Luckily, all of the big stuff is happening over on the left side. All right, that's their turn. And Grenache.
We're gonna
You just
save our new friend. She's cool.
saw
I
a
like
fellow
her.
green skin just get hit and go, wah, plunk. Well, keep rolling.
Unless you're not using a key point to...
If you're talking right now, I don't think any of us can hear
Yeah.
you. You're muted.
Ah, right, yeah. No, using guiding bolt.
Okay. Unfortunately, you found Big Tough Boy here.
So he's a big tough boy, huh?
Yep.
Oh, he's their big buff boy.
Okay, well, no, I'm diving right in after him.
Okay.
All right. Well,
This will be interesting.
Get into melee range with this shit.
All right. Well, the captain still doesn't know what's going on with the floating gem thing. So he is going to keep throwing his daggers into the ocean.
yeah. Fucking murder this guy who thought that like he could resist being blighted. Please.
Just fucking raided the kitchen.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is right. Well,
Okay,
now.
then.
Hot damn.
Remind me not to piss this guy off.
Remind me to not let him near the kitchen.
2 kitchen knives between the eyes.
So you hear from the rear deck. Okay, that's it. Boom, boom. One eyeball, the other eyeball.
I look up at you and I go, remind me not to piss you off, dude.
Lily, you have been dragged into the water,
Okay.
and you're adjacent to the marrow. And incidentally, the half-orc monk has dived in after you and is also next to the marrow.
Yeah. Convenient that, isn't it? So
I know the game plan by now.
Well, he's worked with a thief before.
So I'm gonna pull out my sunblade.
Oh, that's
To-
right.
Fuck this boy up.
You have
Because
a
I am
fucking
pissed as
lightsaber.
shit.
Yep. You ignite it with your bonus action, so roll to hit. Okay.
I was like,
Oh yeah, that hits.
oh god, I'm trying to remember the numbers. Let's see. Okay.
1d8 plus 7 plus 46.
Wouldn't I be able to use it two-handed?
Yeah, actually.
The 1d10 instead?
Yeah, 1d10 plus 7 plus 4d6.
Dang.
I'm fucking pissed!
Dang.
Lily hates the ocean as is. This is too much.
You dig right into this thing, dealing a solid blow to the midsection. However, it does seem to be clinging to life still.
Won't be when I'm done with it.
Alright, so Blake is gonna go back to the old standby because they are out of spell slots, so they can't do Blight anymore.
Yeah, weird that, right?
Yeah, like it fucking turns out that like warlocks don't get a lot of spell slots. Who knew?
I mean, there is the warlock staple.
Yeah,
Still use
that's what I'm doing.
Also,
to the okay, before Bobbin reveals that that's a hit or a miss, have we rolled a 14 as that hit before?
Don't
You
think
have
it
rolled a
has.
14 before.
Oh. We have hit on a 14 before?
You have rolled a 14 before.
Okay, was that a hit? Does anybody remember if that was a hit?
All I know is a 12 didn't.
Look, people who have to roll to do things are losers.
I'm gonna burn the luck. Fuck! Okay, I'm gonna go with the 14. I'm just gonna go with the 14 then. Does that hit?
No,
Okay. Well, here comes my second Eldritch Blast. That hits.
that hits, yes.
So, roll,
Their effective armor class is 15 because they've got the ocean as cover.
fuck! I was so close. I should just burn another luck point. Oh well, but you've already revealed the number, so 1d10 plus 5. It's top one. I'm aiming at the top one. Takes 11. I'm gonna
Oh, there it goes. What wasn't updating for a
okay.
moment there.
Okay, I'm gonna just, and also Lake's gonna step this much further back because if they go after, they keep going after them, then I'd prefer to have a little bit of wiggle room before I fall off the ship.
That's fair. But well, the little bead has drifted a little behind the ship now because of you are moving forward, and the Marrows are keeping pace.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing that much. But so this whole time, Lorm's been holding his hand out with the palm open and facing out.
Fuck him up.
Now he
Fuck them
closes
up.
it.
Yes!
Now they do get advantage on their dex saves because of the water again. But then they also don't have a dex bonus. They both make their saves.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
They still take half damage, so...
yes, they do.
Holy
That was
shit!
the wrong. That was the wrong number. That was the wrong number.
Did you type in minus 400? Or...
I accidentally typed in minus 50.
Oh, instead of minus
Which is
20.
nowhere near the right number here. Yes, they both it detonates, and they both get really hit.
I look over at Lorem and I go, Lorem, you're my second favorite. You're my second favorite wizard I've ever met. I'm sorry, but that dwarven wizard, that dwarven wizard we met was great. It's just
Yeah.
that dwarven wizard, man.
Wait, did Grunash and the goblin decide to go swimming?
Yeah, they. Well, she got
Decide,
pulled.
yes,
she got
sure.
pulled in. He decided.
Cool.
All right. Okay, so, but that was just what happened when he ended his concentration.
Ooh.
Lorem still has his action to use this round.
You can just cast normal fireball, because that would be great.
No.
Aw.
Instead, he is going to create rays of fire. With +7 to hit.
Pew pew.
Oh, that's the wrong function. Miss. Hit. And hit. So the first one he shoots. Seven damage. And yeah, I'm just going to rule that this guy is dead because he got hit by enough scorching rays.
Okay.
All right, it's the mate's turn.
So does this guy count as moving on the mate's turn? Because he hasn't done anything lately. Like, I think his buddy was the pog.
He's part of the crew.
Okay. The crew hasn't really done anything lately either. I think he deleted the crew pog.
Oh yeah, that's because the crewman who was the initiative died.
Yep.
Now they have no initiative.
Oh no!
I think they were moving on like a 13 or something.
He held the crew together. He was the source of their morale.
It was the same as Aurelia's 21.
Oh yeah.
All right, they'll go after the mates then. Guy on the left hits with 1. The guy on the foredeck hits with 1. Dealing pretty decent damage, actually.
Holy shit, dude.
All right, and the crew. The crew are not actually that effective, but, you know, every little bit. Okay, guy on the left misses. Guy on the right hits. Guy on the crow's nest misses. So that will be just a little bit off the right marrow, just didn't let you know that the crew is helping. Aurelia.
Okay. Going to use Dissonant Whispers. I'll cast it as like a level 2 spell. Should be more than enough on the guy messing with the goblin and the orc.
It is definitely enough. How many dice do you roll for this?
This is level 2, 46.
All right, then roll them. There's an outside chance it might live. Nope. All right. Marrow's turn. And it saw what happened to its buddy there and the explosion, so it is going to make a point of firing at Lorem.
Think dodgy thoughts, Lorem.
Luckily, he cast mage armor while he was still below deck. So that was a miss. It deflects off of the invisible plates of force protecting his body.
I gotta get me one of those. The way of saying that I'm considering taking that invocation next time I get an invocation.
Grenache, you and Lily have moved further to the rear of the ship as it is passing overhead.
Okay, do I see literally anything else in the water around me?
Roll a perception check. That will take your action.
Well, I'm not going to be using it to attack anything, so...
The waters seem clear now, or as clear as they get at this latitude.
Okay, so... Would it be possible to grab Lily and then try and get back on the boat?
Well, the side of the ship is kind of made for climbing, so it's no real trouble to drag you and her onto the ship, especially since you don't really have to go anywhere.
Okay, then that's my movement then.
Just put me in a baby backpack.
Please, it's called a papoose.
I see.
Piggyback ride. Let's go up let's climb up.
Just lift me up in one arm.
All right, captain's turn.
Just do what you did
See
last
if he
time.
can pull that.
Yeah.
Yeah, pull that off again. Well, not quite to the same extent, but he did hit both times.
Yeah, there we go.
And, in fact, he hit hard enough to kill it.
Alright.
Also, real quick, we're on the quarterdeck now, right?
Yeah, well, as you climb up, now that the battle is over, you will climb up to here.
I'll help them up since I'm big and buff.
Lily looks up at you with a righteous fury in her eyes.
Not my fault.
Fucking hate the ocean.
Yeah, not a big fan of it too, but that's because the first time I saw the ocean, I kind of didn't see it by choice. Let me tell you about the time I got kidnapped by some rather unscrupulous merchants.
Weren't you born at sea?
No.
Isn't that part of your backstory?
No.
Or like your
my mom was. I was
got shipwrecked when you
conceived
were
at
born.
sea.
The motion of the ocean.
Yes, exactly.
That was my second time, and then we had to deal with fishbacks.
The boats are rocking.
Anyway, yeah.
Lily just stomps off back to her room, pissed and soaked.
Wait. Before you do, I put. How many hit points are you missing?
7.
I put a hand on you, and you are healed 7 hit points. And then I put a hand on me, and I am healed 1 hit point.
Kate, thank you. And then stomp on down to the quarters. Still soaked and pissed.
She seems angrier than me.
Yeah. So the captain returns to the wheel, just sort of remarks to himself, "Huh. Usually don't see them this close to the shore."
Yeah, you usually don't see him that corrupted either. Something must have happened.
I see that all the time out here on the west shore. Well, not the west shore, but in the deeper waters off the sea, off in the ocean.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
This side of...
Something happened to the merfolk over on this side. I don't know the whole story. Or rather, I know about 5 different... Actually, I should say I know like 5 different stories. They're all way different from each other.
It's one
I
of
think
those,
we can all imagine one looking at Lake.
Each one is just as as unbelievable as the next sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
I bet there's one we can believe though, Lake.
Probably, yeah.
shit, I'm gonna have to go run a funeral for those dead guys, aren't I?
Yeah, probably would be nice.
On that note, I should probably tend to those who got wounded, so I'm gonna go see to that.
To the guy who barred himself in the bedroom.
Yeah,
And this guy who
Oh yeah,
was
that
on the
guy.
deck.
Yeah, that guy too.
and bravely kept firing his bow even after he got severely injured and could no longer hit anything.
Yeah, no, like he's a
Hey,
trooper.
he tried. You gotta respect him.
Yeah, he hit with the very last shot he made.
He's a trooper. Like I'm not gonna fucking deny him that. Anyway, I guess we're gonna short rest till I get my spell slots back at least.
Oh no, you're gonna get a long rest. This was the
Oh.
only thing that happens today.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a sea voyage. It's taken months.
Sea voyages suck.
So there's
They're the worst.
Well, hang on. It's not that far a sea voyage. I don't think it should take months. Weeks, maybe.
Okay, look at the map again real quick, like. Look at where we were, and also look at where we're going.
Where are we going?
We're going to Narath.
Between Narath and Pernalia.
Yeah.
yeah, like you see the words Gulf of Narath. Like
Yeah.
think of a line between both of those and aim it right at the shore. That is the specific point you're going to. And where you're coming
Why
from,
did we take a fucking boat?
where you're coming from is that little spit of Relgoth that faces the Sinum Sea.
Yeah.
So we're going all the way
Wouldn't it be
around.
faster to just take some horses. Or to
Well, that-
teleport. What happened to teleport?
Teleport wouldn't bring enough people. Plus, it's an extremely powerful spell when there's no teleport circle at the other end.
Right.
Plus, if you don't know where you're going, there's a very good chance you're going to end up somewhere you didn't want to be.
Right, okay. Well,
And either up in the sky
Also,
or
the
it
land-
doesn't seem like that long a voyage.
A land
As-
trip would
as for
actually
the-
be much
what the
longer.
scale is, but
As for the land trip, that would actually take longer because land trips take surprisingly, until very recently,
Yeah,
a land
I mean,
trip
you're
is surprisingly long time. Plus, that is a very war-torn territory between you and there.
yeah, that's true.
Boats are actually very fast. Come to find out.
Yeah, which is why I don't believe that it will take months to get. Because I mean, maybe I'm picturing the scale wrong, but I figured that this place was not like larger than Europe.
It is. It's the size of Africa.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay. That's. Oh, there's some big countries then.
Well, like I've said before, most of those aren't countries.
Well, okay, I know. You're right. I mean, only Okar and the gnomish ones are countries, I guess. Is Narthak a country? Is Randall a country? I don't remember. Anyway.
Right. So the next encounter worth mentioning is when the lookout shouts, "Hey, look at that!" And he points out into the sky because, along with a few seagulls that are just sort of
There's
going
a
around the ship,
It's a dragon.
you notice a tiny little dragon
Oh.
flying around with them.
Oh, it's a pseudo dragon. Like, oh, okay, I don't know that. I might not know that in character, but out of character, oh, it's a pseudo dragon. Let me. Do I roll Arcana or Nature for that?
Nature.
Okay, so.
Can I roll animal handling to convince it to be my pet?
Hey, I know it's a pseudo dragon, probably.
Oh, a stupid dragon just now.
No, pseudo dragon. Pseudo.
Idiot dragon.
Idiot dragon. Dumb dragon.
I think
Stupid
you'll
dragon.
find it's pronounced pseudo dragon. I think
Pseudo, thank
Julia
you.
actually kept pronouncing it pseudo dragon until I corrected her.
Huh, that doesn't look like the others.
And knowing Julia, she continues to call it pseudo dragon because that's just how Julia rolls.
All right, but yeah. So Lake points up and says, "Hey, I think I've heard about those. Those are like pseudo dragons. They're like regular dragons, but not really.
They're tiny.
And small.
They're itty bitty. They're adorable.
Dragon wannabes.
I can't believe my stupid joke turned out to be half true.
Yeah, so Aurelia says, "Wow, I could use that for a pet." And so she goes down under the decks, finds some scraps of food, like maybe some hardtack and some pork, and just sort of waves that up in the sky. And the first thing that happens is that all of the seagulls descend upon you.
Yeah.
But then they scatter because the pseudo dragon comes down and grabs one by the neck and snaps it and just sort of sits down on the deck and starts chomping away.
Oh,
Haha, success.
Pulling away the feathers to get at the juicy bits underneath.
Okay.
that's new.
You should name him Bertrand.
That's a terrible name.
Or is it a great name?
It's a terrible. That's not a good pet name. You shut up.
Better name than Peter.
I don't think I have any spells. Yeah, I mean, it's a better name than Lake.
I didn't choose my name.
yeah.
Thank you. It just
I don't
so
think I have any
happened that
spells
my
that will
mom.
help
it
convince
just-
the pseudo dragon to be my friend. So I will just, I'll just play it a song.
I'm just lucky that my mom.
Oh, no, wait, hang
chose
on.
a pretty gender neutral name. Okay.
Hang on a second. Okay, what does the spell animal friendship do?
Well,
Does
let's
it make
find out.
animals be my friend?
I would imagine
Friendship with
so.
Ocean Castle.
Through the description of the spell name. Animal
Yes, but-
friendship. Choose a beast.
What did
Choose
the
a beast that you can
characters-
see. It must be able to see near you. Intelligence. The spell fails. Otherwise, it must pass a wisdom save or be charmed by you. Oh, but it only lasts a day. Yeah, but maybe it'll get used to me in that time. Hey, Lake, do you know how smart they are? If you were to rank their intelligence on a scale of
Of 1 to 20.
1 to 20, how smart would you say a pseudo dragon is?
Probably enough.
I would say that it was probably be smart
Actually,
enough that
is it even a beast? Does it count as a beast?
technically no. Actually, it counts as a dragon, but also it would be too smart for that to.
I thought
to be
I thought
affected by
they
that
didn't
anyway.
count as dragons.
No, there's tiny. It's just it is a dragon. It's just it can't breathe fire. It just has a poison tail.
but it's not a dragon. It's a pseudo dragon. That's the point of it. The pseudo
Anyway,
part.
Well, I mean, there's an animal classification known as dragon, and the pseudo dragon.
Okay, you're
falls
right.
within- So
It's also too wow. It's as smart as a human.
yeah, it's as smart as a human.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's
I'm
just
just gonna
gonna
talk to
ignore
it
you.
then. Hey, bud. How's it going?
All right. The pseudo dragon finally bothers to stop eating the guts out of the chest of the seagull, and looks up at you, and it cocks its head, and well, it's kind of weird because you feel a sense of curiosity, but you know it's not coming from yourself.
Oh shit. Are they psychic?
A little bit, yeah.
I'll keep talking to it. Like, hey, little friendo. How you? What you doing out here? You want to hang
really
out?
just patronize the hell out of it.
With its little claws, it just sort of points down at the seagull it was eating, and then it points up at the flock of seagulls overhead.
Ah, yes, getting seagulls. I can respect that. How about I play a song for you while you eat? And then she starts playing a song.
All right. It chirps like a bird.
Oh,
And
it's
you
singing
feel
along
sort
with
of
you.
a bit of eagerness coming from it.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna play a song. Oh, that's actually not one of my best.
Oh, I only rolled a 5 and got a 13. This is so terrible.
Well, still.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I wish I could use my luck on you, because I kind of want to have a party mascot that isn't constantly tripping over its own legs.
God, you are trash.
What?
A party mascot, Jesus Christ.
Listen. Listen, we can't bank on Grunash's adorableness forever, okay?
Excuse you?
So does it like the song? It likes the song, right?
It sort of sways in time, but it doesn't bother, concentrating on it specifically. It still seems mostly focused on the meal in front of it.
Interesting.
Maybe try one of your rations.
Oh, wait. I know what to do.
I
cast Animal Friendship on one of the seagulls.
I was thinking you were gonna cast Prestidigitation to make the meat taste better, but I mean, there you go.
No, I don't have that.
Oh.
That would be good though. No, I will cast Animal Friendship on a seagull. Yeah, seagull gets a wisdom save. Or else it becomes charmed by me.
Okay. I'm assuming it's not particularly wise, so... Yep. A stray seagull flies unwisely close down. It's still attracted to the scent of the meat and hardtack that you've placed on the ship. And yeah, you ensorcel its mind and bring it down so that it lands on your hand.
Okay,
And it kind of hurts, actually.
Small price to pay. I turn to the pseudo dragon. I say, "Hey, bud, look what I can do. Got an extra seagull for you. You want it?"
You feel a sensation like the stomach, or like your stomach growling, even though you've eaten recently. And then it immediately hops up away from its current meal and flaps its wings a couple of times and stabs the seagull right through the chest with the giant stinger on its tail.
Well, slightly gruesome, but I don't really give a shit about seagulls, so...
Yeah, they're shit
They're
birds anyway.
asshole birds.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, bud. Hey, you feel like sticking around. You know, more where that came from. Only once a day, though. I think. Is that how the DOS loot works? It's once a day, right?
It recharges every dawn, technically.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But hey, look, I can also protect you from both evil and good, so, you know.
Can you protect it from yourself?
And then I'll play it one more song. It's a song about a bard and her loyal pseudo-dragon friend. Just coincidental that I chose this one to play.
Really just laying it on thick with that.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Well, as it turns out, pseudo-dragons, much like actual dragons, are rather vain. And when you start singing about it, and it basically realizes that that's what you're doing, it sits back on its haunches and nods along to the beat.
Bonding over your mutual vanity.
Nice. Oh, having
Laugh
your best
all you
friend.
want, but it's working.
I mean, yeah.
That's why it's funny.
That is why it's funny, to be honest.
Sweet. Well, fucking deal.
Yeah. We've got 2 pets in the group. They're both equally good because one is a dog and the other's a dragon.
No, I thought you meant Grenache.
Yeah.
Okay.
mascot,
Was he
not a
not
pet.
talking about Grenache?
No, I was talking about Bastion. I'm saying just in general we have 2 pets. Now we have 2 mascots. Kind of like
I can't disrespect Bastion too much since he did give his life in the service of.
I know, right?
My claim to the crown.
She died a hero in her previous life.
Anyway, so is the pseudo dragon gonna stick around and be my best friend?
Yeah.
Nice.
You're going to spend some time getting to know each other. But that's about it for now. The next big encounter you have, let's just move you guys back to the splash page. The next notable encounter you have is when a group of dolphins start swimming behind your ship,
Yeah, dolphins.
Dolphins are
jumping
terrible.
and diving and playing in the wake, until 2 of them seem to jump up a little too high and land on the mid deck
Oh,
and
Never.
turn into elves.
Oh,
God fucking damn it!
I was about to say I was gonna
Well,
pick one.
that's-
I was gonna pick one up and throw it back overboard, but if it turns into an elf, then okay. Well then.
same.
Lily spits on the deck, pissed as hell.
I just turned to Lake and go, what do they want with him now?
I don't know.
Aurelia's not
This
even
isn't-
paying attention. She's
is-
playing with her dragon buddy.
Okay.
Pseudo dragon.
You gonna name it?
Awkward silence.
No, it's gonna be
Gear-
Salk to
the
the
gears
dragon.
turn.
Have you thought of a name for the pseudo dragon?
Oh, a name for this? No, I'm gonna think about it.
Okay.
Tell you for next
so I
Alright.
walk up to the elves and I say in Elvish because my druidic is I'm only half proficient in druidic, so I don't think I could get much out from that. I say greetings.
A destined on board. Oh, fascinating.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Excuse
before.
the intrusion. We were just wishing for news.
Oh,
We've been at sea for the past year. We were wondering what's been going on the mainland.
well,
Well, you'll be pleased to know that the rightful ruler of the city-state of Viana has been restored to her.
she's a little.
Who is this rightful ruler, you may wonder?
yeah,
not
but
up
she
to
does
date
this.
on, Viennese politics,
is-
but do not worry, for she is right before you.
This
It is I.
This is a
Lily
thing
rolls
she
her
does.
eyes hard enough to capsize the ship.
Probably some other important things happened too, but they didn't matter. So
Anyway, yeah, so
Okay,
she does that.
So Aurelia, roll perception.
I'm always perceiving things.
Just roll your eyes so hard.
Okay. You notice that one of them leans to the other and says, "Where's Viana?" And the other one,
Shrugs.
refusing to let the other one refusing to let decorum go to the wayside, says, "It is so fortunate to meet one so distinguished as yourself."
Yes, thank you. By the way, Viana is, she pulls out a map and shows them what Viana is.
Anyway, so there's been some other things happening. I tell them about the aboleth that we killed because, like, I guess they would be interested in shit that's happening in the water.
There was an
Now you're
aboleth
just
here?
bragging.
I don't remember exactly. I don't exactly remember where it was, but I let them know, like, out of character. I don't remember where it was. In character, like, has a very good memory, so they would be able to tell them where.
Yeah, plus, it was, you know, a defining, kind of a defining event of your life.
Yeah,
so you would,
so
you would remember that it was not far off the ocean floor from the Narathak, the blue elves' homeland on the other side of the continent.
Yeah, I said no. It was on the other side of the continent, but it was there, and it was driving things to get pretty dire. But we managed to stop it.
So we did get attacked by merfolk on the journey here. So
we did get. Oh, that's right. There were some marrow also that attacked us further, whatever direction they attacked us from. Our captain said that it was pretty odd that they came so close to shore.
Well, it's because we're out here patrolling. Sounds like we haven't. One of them must have slipped through our net.
And more than one, but yeah.
A raiding party.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
They never travel singly, always in groups.
Yeah. There was how many of them were there that we fought? 7?
Yeah.
Okay. I asked them if 7's a pretty standard number.
They look at each other, sort of shake their heads. It varies.
Okay.
Quite a bit, but 7 is certainly in the range they come. A bit small, actually. It's probably how they snuck past us.
Oh, dang. That's small, then. All right. How about you? Do you guys have any news about stuff that's happening around here lately?
Apparently not.
Okay.
Well, fair enough. The captain insists on sharing a meal with the druids. It's apparently a custom around here.
Okay.
And afterwards, they say their farewells. They give Lake kind of a second long look before they leave, but then they morph back into dolphins and flop themselves overboard.
Okay.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that shit.
Lily's wondering why she even came up deck.
Dolphins are cool, man.
Fuck dolphins.
I mean,
Fuck
out of character, fuck dolphins, but in character, dolphins are cool.
Let's not forget Lily just hates the ocean.
Yeah, and everything about it. That's fine. That is completely fair.
Maybe projecting a little bit, but still.
All right. So, most of that happened basically between the two outcroppings of Lunya and Bunya. And once you actually enter the Gulf of Narath, there is... Let's just make it one more encounter. Already past 9. Yes, you get one more encounter with creatures crawling themselves onto the deck of the ship. But this time it's sea creatures that you're familiar with. Because this group has legs. Along with fins and a blue color to their skin.
Oh,
Okay, so
yeah, those guys. Yeah, the
Merfolk?
No, not the merfolk. The other guys. The Tritons.
Morgan?
The Tritons.
Tritons, right. Yeah, Tritons.
Yep, you encounter the Tritons. And it's funny because they seem to have no trouble swimming around despite them being clad in heavy metal armor.
Yeah, it's fish armor.
And when they do so, they look specifically at Aurelia, Grenache, and Lake rather than anyone else on board.
Thank fucking goodness.
And they offer a salute.
I
return the gesture.
I kind of look taken aback a little bit, and then I awkwardly return it like I've never done this sort of thing before. It's like,
Aurelia does not return it because that is an inappropriate thing for a monarch to do. She just sort of nods at them, with a smile.
Saviors of the sea, good to see you back on the ocean.
Yeah,
it's more of a thing of necessity at this point.
Yeah,
how do things fare?
Yeah, how are things going down there?
Much quieter now that you've gotten rid of the abomination of the deep.
Speaking
we had to spend a few months tracking down the last of those Kotor deep ones. But seems like the mass of them have retreated back into the depths where they belong.
Okay, so that little gift we gave you is helping you out a lot then.
Oh, yes. Very good for scouting known positions, at least.
Cool.
How goes it with you?
Oh, we're doing pretty well.
Fortune favors you, I trust.
Yeah, we recently did some things deeper into land, which I guess for them, anything on land is deeper into land. But yeah, we're doing pretty well. We're traveling towards the mountain range between Pernelia and Narath right now, so
one of them kind of looks disgusted by the thought.
What, the thought of mountains?
Not much for land, I take it.
The thought of going up.
Oh, yeah.
Past the surface of the water, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I can understand that.
I mean, we're land creatures, so, but that is understandable. So,
look, don't knock it till you tried it. All right, these mountains are great.
Land and the sea are two different worlds. And for some people, they'll always be divided.
All right. Well, if you'll permit us, we will provide you an escort for the rest of the way until you end your journey.
Huh. Yeah, that would be...
You have our thanks.
Yeah, that would be great. Thanks.
Very well. It is the least we can do for what you've done for us. And they splash back into the water doing perfect diving form.
Well, that was neat.
Yeah, it's always good to see some old friends.
Lily spits on the deck and heads back down.
Not even going to ask what that was about?
It has to do with the ocean. Fuck the ocean.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
Okay, so at that point, Grenache is like, okay, that's an anger that really needs to be talked about, and he would try and make conversation with Lily about it.
No, I can kind of get Lily
Go
saying,
on, yeah.
just fuck the ocean.
Yeah, you guys do that. I'm gonna go play with my dragon.
Oddly,
a much
not
better
a
use of time.
Oddly, not a euphemism.
Oh, fucking hell.
Later, I'm gonna go play with my pseudo dragon.
All right, well, anything you wanted to say in particular?
Yeah. Okay, I understand being angry. I mean, look at what I am. But why this hatred for the ocean? I feel
Because
like
it's
I
the
need to
ocean.
understand it.
It's wet and it's deep and it's very deep and it's wet.
Yeah, but it sounds like there's something more to it than that.
No, I mean it's pretty straightforward right there. I wasn't drowned as a child or anything. There's no deep-seated trauma. I just don't like the ocean. Just looks him directly in the eyes. Do you know the term thalassophobia?
It's not one that I've come across before.
Look it up.
Maybe next time we're on land, can you give me a summarized version of it?
Fear of deep open water, buddy.
Is it related to
Right.
thalassophobia?
Okay.
It is thalassophobia.
Hmm.
Big words. Yeah, it's thalassophobia.
I mean, you're talking
You're
big
not
words
there,
to
you're
an
playing with a
awful.
dragon.
No,
Hey,
I
that-
appreciate the correction
That
regardless.
was not Aurelia, that was me.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um,
thalassophobia is good shit.
Okay, so I understand the fear, but why all this anger? Just in general.
I don't
I
see
mean,
where the general anger is coming from. We've only really known her for off the land for like 2 days.
Yeah, but at this point, it pretty much picked
I
up
mean-
at angry at everything.
no, not angry at everything. It is angry at two specific things so far, which is potentially getting shafted on pay, which was mentioned right in front of her, and getting angry about the ocean.
I mean, considering most of the time has been on the ocean so far, he's not wrong.
Also getting angry about the trip for reasons. Like, there are reasons there.
why?
I should say the destination.
Yeah.
Like, they're all very specific, targeted forms of hatred. They just happen to be encompassing everything at the moment.
Okay, so what's got you angry about where we're going? not know?
Don't worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh
It
no.
sounds like you're worried about it.
Look, my last trip there wasn't the greatest. That's all you really need to know. Also, that every other person in my party was an idiot.
Well,
you ever see an idiot
at
monk
least you don't have
die
that
in the middle of a
problem anymore.
desert at night because he didn't wear something warmer?
How
mean,
hard
I've
can it
seen
be?
some-
It's just the desert, man.
You'd be
You ever
surprised how
seen
much...
an elf complain that it's too cold, so she just leaves despite being paid?
I mean, considering the adventure that I've been on already, you haven't seen even half of the stupid that I've encountered.
But I'm just saying it wasn't a wonderful trip. It's not one of my personal vacation hotspots.
But nothing in particular wrong with the place. It's just the people you were with.
Nope,
Is it?
not in the slightest.
Okay then.
It's a lovely place. You'll enjoy it thoroughly.
Speaking of which, there's actually a decision I've been meaning to have you guys make that I have unfortunately forgotten about until just now. Which is, which direction do you actually want to go in order to get to your destination? Do you want to go through Narath, or do you want to go through Pernalia?
What's the difference?
One's closer.
No, it's the trip there is effectively done whichever way you choose. The next session will be dealing with whichever choice you made.
Yeah, I was just wondering if
But-
geographically there was a difference.
Oh, there is. Narath is full of deep jungles and swamps, and few people have been in there. Even fewer have come back out. So it's not known quite what's in there, except that it's very hostile and dangerous. Now, Pernalia, on the other hand, is open plains and scrubland and deserts. And it is better known what's in there, but all of it is known to be very hostile and dangerous. Because
It's a desert.
It's not just a desert, it's also full of giants and dragons and dragonkin.
So we got the possibility
Well,
of
I'm
dragons,
afraid
and
of
we
dragons.
got the definite possibility of dragons. So, my vote's for Narath.
Dragons really like me though, so I'm not that worried.
One dragon
One
likes
likes
you.
you.
The other ones might like you for how crunchy you are.
Incidentally, none of you have any experience with metallic dragons. Metallic dragons do not exist on this continent,
Okay.
to any of your knowledge.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
So metallic dragons are the good ones, right?
Yeah.
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 So as far as we know, all dragons other than pseudo dragons are bad.
They're not dragons.
Well,
And that's why
that's
they're
what I
not-
thought, and then I looked them up, and it does in fact say they're dragons.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's why they're pseudo dragons, because you can actually get along with them.
cool.
Well, I'm
But yeah.
pretty sure Pernalia is the path that.
Wait, are there metallic dragons where Julia's character came from?
You never asked.
I'm gonna retro.
No.
I don't know every conversation we had.
My vote is for Narath, because I'd rather not deal with dragons and the possibility
But
of.
yeah, for Lily, Torpo's character, did go through Pernalia to get into the mountain ranges.
Yeah, I got
that's
through just fine.
So she has some experience with the denizens of Pernalia, but none with Narath.
Wait,
Yeah.
sorry. It went just fine. You were literally just telling us about how horrible.
Look, I told
Well,
you, the
telling
person
me.
who died in the desert died because he was an idiot.
That's fair. Okay, here's my question. I know you said it won't take any longer, like, for us, but in character, wouldn't it take a lot longer to go through Pernalia because we have to sail much, much further?
Yeah, but the sailing time is relatively short, especially compared to the fact that your journey across land through Pernalia would be shorter.
Yeah, I don't know. Aurelia's going to vote for Pernalia.
Well,
because
yeah, actually, in
one
that case, Pernalia.
short-
Well, yeah, it's either
journey.
that or a straight shot through jungle, which is.
But the other thing is, jungles are, I mean,
Terrible.
Just in character, I don't think Aurelia would want to hang out in a jungle. Like, that
Yeah,
just fucks up.
yeah. So
your skin.
I'm
It's
actually
terrible.
changing my vote to Pernalia because if it's a much shorter shot from land.
Well, also, it's going through desert as opposed to going through unknown jungle.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, out of character, I was kind of hoping for Narath, but in character, Pernalia.
I mean, it feels more fitting, at least for Lily, to say, "Hey, let's go through the way I know."
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much going to be Grenash's vote. Is like, I'm going to stick with the navigator here, and
Yeah,
that's
it
point navigator.
sounds pretty unanimous for Pernalia then.
Yeah.
Well, that's good then. Good to have a unanimous vote. But I'm going to have to prepare for that. So that's the end of tonight's session.
I
Hooray!
was kind of hoping it would be anyway. It's been 3 hours.
Mhm.
And I need to eat something.
Mm-hmm.